Fear is something to be overcome. Fear is a limitation that you have to ask whether it's worth considering that a limitation or whether it's worth deciding that failure won't be that bad, so let's try it.
I'm afraid of failure. If I fail a test or something, it's gonna get into my way. It's like the only thing I think about, and it stops like the rest of my life, and that's the only thing I focus on. But then you could always overcome it by exposing yourself to it more, like not saying to fail more, just accepting it.
I don't have a major fear or anything, but yeah, minor fears like get in the way of your life like every day. Everyone, like she said, has a fear of something.
I think fear to me would be getting a pit in my stomach, just being uneasy, questioning things. I think like when you start to question, then it's like an element of fear.
Fear is disappointing someone that's relying on myself and knowing that I've disappointed them and let them down.
Fear to me is knowing that no matter what you cannot succeed, yet having to try.
In order to go into medicine, it's a rigorous field. I've taken so many EP classes and I'm afraid of failure, but I still took them because I needed to do it. And you have to do something in order to achieve something,
So probably 3-4 years old, I wanted to be a police officer. But then it's funny because then I started skateboarding when I was 6. And then up until, probably, I've been skateboarding ever since. So it's almost like 15 years. It's just interesting because skateboarding deals a lot with cops, with police, constantly getting kicked out of spots and just kind of skating where you're not supposed to, that kind of thing. So it's just kind of funny that I wanted to be a police officer.
First thing I wanted to be when I was a kid was supreme ruler of the world. Now, this job requires that you be the president, not just the United States, but the United States of the world. And that was so fun. I was looking forward to that. And I realized that's not a real job, so I had to figure out what I'm gonna do.
I think I figured out who I wanted to be. Like this year, I wanted to go to KU, and I want to major in biology, and I want to go to dentistry school afterwards.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a cowboy. I wanted to be a cowboy because they always got an adventure. They got to ride horses everywhere. They never really had to sit down at a desk and grade papers.
I constantly set goals for myself and don't let other people play a factor into the decisions that I'm making. I know what I want to accomplish and I go for that.
From every experience, I've learned something about who I am or who I'm trying to be, and I'm blessed to have lived all the hard times that I've had and to have all the great experiences and meet all the good people that I have.
Of course I face my fears. Of course I do that. I think that's, to me, what's most important is just progressing and just becoming a better human being. The only way is by experiencing trials and by facing your fears.
I think you always have to take risks in order to overcome something. You can't just avoid them. There are going to be risks in your life, and you always have to approach them in some way.
Scary parts of being an English teacher is just, I don't want to fail. I want to come in and I want to hit a home run every day. And so just kind of trying to figure out how to make my kids engaged and make them grow wherever they are, no matter what their skills. That's a challenge every day.
Like, I look at all these people like they probably would have done better than me. They didn't try, I tried. And that was enough for me. It's the small things you do.
Just facing them. Don't be afraid of it. If you face it, then you'll overcome it.